Hi foodie friends, and welcome back to another video. So tomorrow is Father's Day, and I just wanted to give a huge shout out to all of the fathers, father figures, fathers to be out there. We love you, we need you, we thank you so much for everything that you do for us. If you are looking for a super last minute Father's Day gift, you have come to the right video. In today's video, we are going to make a super decadent Bailey's bundt cake with cream cheese glaze. The secret in this recipe is that we are going to be using boxed cake mix. I'm going to show you today how to elevate a cake mix so that it tastes homemade and no one will know the difference. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more recipe videos from me, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Let's get started. The first thing that we're going to need is 1 box of chocolate cake mix. You can use any brand of your choice. Next, we are going to need 1 pack of chocolate instant pudding, 4 eggs at room temperature, half a cup of Bailey's, and lastly 1 cup of vegetable or canola oil. So the first step in this recipe will be to add in your cake mix. You see those instructions on the back of the box? Yeah, we're totally going to ignore them today. To your cake mix, we are going to add in the pudding mix. Adding pudding mix to your cake mix really makes the cake super dense and rich. I've been using this trick for years. Next, we're going to carve in a little well into the mixture. Then we are going to add in our eggs, the Bailey's, and the oil. Now, using a hand mixer, we are going to combine all of these ingredients together. Continue mixing until your batter is smooth and shiny and you can no longer see any lumps. Just wanted to put this option out there as well. If you wanted to make this cake more kid-friendly, just replace the half cup of Bailey's with half a cup of milk. Oh, it looks so silky and yummy. Now, this is the most important step in this recipe. We want to make sure that our bundt pan is thoroughly greased, so every nook and cranny needs to be greased. This is how we make sure that the bundt cake comes out with the perfect shape, and we don't want any of the batter sticking to the pan, ruining the shape. Now it's time to add the batter to the pan. You can also use a spatula to make sure that the batter is spread evenly throughout the pan. Now it's time for the oven. We're gonna bake this bundt cake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes or whenever a toothpick comes out clean. Wasn't that super easy? Out of the oven, this is what your bundt cake should look like. Oh, so beautiful. Another important step here is we want to make sure that the bundt cake is thoroughly cooled down, so we're just going to set this aside until the bundt pan is cool to the touch. Once cooled, we're ready to flip. Ooh, moment of truth! Oh my god, perfection. So again, just to recap, 2 important steps in this recipe. Number 1, make sure your bundt pan is thoroughly greased. And number 2, make sure you cool the cake well. Now it's glaze time. This glaze is so good, I could honestly eat it by the spoonful. In a bowl, we are going to add 250 grams of softened cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of softened butter, and then we are going to give these two a good mix with a hand mixer. Next, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of heavy cream, and 1 tablespoon of Bailey's. Again, to make this recipe more kid-friendly, just omit the 1 tablespoon of Bailey's and replace it with an additional tablespoon of heavy cream. Now we are going to mix all the ingredients with a hand mixer. Once the ingredients are all incorporated, it's time to add in 1 cup of powdered sugar. Now mix in that powdered sugar. Keep mixing until your glaze becomes super smooth and silky and shiny, and you can no longer see any more residue of the powdered sugar. Anybody else find the close-up of the ripples of the cream cheese glaze so satisfying? So this is what your glaze should look like once you're done mixing. So silky. Now it's time to assemble our bundt cake. Start by adding the silky cream cheese glaze to your bundt cake. The best part is you can add as much or as little as you'd like. Also, this glaze is so great because it is so versatile. If you have any extra, you can add them to your loaves, your donuts, your muffins, and your cookies. The options are endless. Now, you can stop right here and enjoy the bundt cake as it is. It's super delicious. But if you want to be a little fancy, you can add some of your favorite toppings. In this video, I'm adding fresh cherries to the top of my bundt cake, but it also pairs well with crushed pecans or walnuts or even chocolate shavings. Just look at how beautiful this bundt cake is. And the best part, people are actually going to think you spent hours on this cake. But little do they know, it came out of a box, but we don't have to tell them our secret. This cake is so decadent and rich, and I apologize in advance, but it is super moist. It also has the perfect amount of Bailey's flavor, not too subtle, but also not too overpowering. I have an entire list of boozy desserts that I would love to make, but comment down below on what kind of boozy desserts you'd like to see. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you would love to see more recipe videos from me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, check out some of my other videos where I make some yummy stuff. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy Father's Day!